Kev G, weather overview. Taking a look at your current temperatures this hour, and it is just a classic spring day across the tri-state area. If you're in the sunshine and you got the right wind direction and you're closer to the land, you're having a beautiful day with temperatures in the 70s. But as you get towards the coast, you can see what happens where any wind direction off the ocean, and it just really makes it difficult for temperatures to stay warm for very long. And you can see that, that this is the IntelliCast map here really does a good job of showing you that exactly, that taking place at this hour. I mean, you got 59 down in Atlantic City, you got 49 at Montauk. I mean, you can just get some crazy temperatures this time of year, and we are seeing it on full display across the tri-state area here. So we got some storms to deal with this week. It looks unsettled. There are some dry days, but overall it's an unsettled weather pattern. And we have a nasty storm out there. It's in the middle of the country. It's spreading heavy rain, flooding rains, and severe weather, and even some snow. And this storm is heading east. And we are going to primarily deal with a shot of moderate to heavy rain, and that'll be coming in Sunday night, and particularly after 10 o'clock Sunday night. And it'll last through, I think, about midday Monday, and especially the further east you go. So here it is off the NAM model, and this storm is intense. It has all the different types of weather hazards with it, especially over Mississippi and Alabama and Louisiana and Arkansas, where they're getting a tornado outbreak. So for our neck of the woods, tomorrow it looks cloudy, and we have a warm front that moves through, but mainly we're overcast, and then showers start to build in and drizzle the later in the day you go. So I think earlier on in the day it's just clouding over, but by the time we get 5, 6 o'clock, these showers start to break out from west to east. And as we get even later in the evening tomorrow night, bands of moderate to heavy rain with a few thunderstorms are going to start to move through. And I think by Monday morning we're still dealing with this in some fashion, especially east of I-95. So I would plan on rain for your Monday morning commute, and then this thing gets out of here finally by about noon on Monday, and we're left with breezy conditions and temperatures, that are a bit lower than what we were experiencing today in a lot of places, for example. So definitely the better weekend day was today, and hopefully you did enjoy it. Now, when we look at the GFS model, we see that storm, and it's pulling off the playing field, and we're fine for Tuesday through Wednesday, much of Wednesday, but then by Wednesday night into Thursday, a warm front is going to be situated very close to the tri-state area. And that's going to spell periods of showers for the areas that are right along that front. Now, whether it's north of the city or just over the city remains to be seen. This model would have you believe it's just north of the city. And then by Thursday night, whatever activity is spawned off of that moves off the playing field, and we wait for another storm to move in by Friday. So Friday, we get into more rain, and I think this will be a pretty significant system. I think basically the system for Sunday night into Monday and Friday are similar in nature. But there is a fair chance that Friday's system could actually deliver more rain than Sunday into Monday. And the reason why I'm concerned about that is because this storm has a tough time pushing off the eastern seaboard and out into the Atlantic. This is all the way by Saturday into early Sunday. And if this model is right, we're still dealing with showers through the weekend. So that's something that ultimately we're going to have to figure out and see what transpires. So the big main question in the long range for me is, well, the mid to long range, so to speak, is what happens for Friday into Saturday? Do we push that front off by Friday night and we have a decent weekend? Or are we stuck, especially along the coast, with more showers for Saturday into Saturday night? That's just something that remains to be seen at this point. But overall, it's an unsettled weather pattern. Temperatures are basically where they should be. I think the period that we're going to have the driest weather would probably be through, Monday afternoon through about Wednesday afternoon. And then basically before and after those points, it's dicey as far as the overall rain chances are concerned. So that's pretty much it. We'll have to update that as we go along. But overall, an interesting weather pattern, a lot to track, and some interesting spring weather across the region. I think, if nothing else, we're pretty much done with temperatures in the 30s in the morning particularly for this stretch of weather going forward.